Hello everyone, Dekzeh here with another narration for the CALLOUS Invitational. Forgive me if my voice is a little bit rough, but hopefully I can get it through. So today we have Z0mog against Malekith. Both amazing players. I'm a fan of both. Malekith, Spanish player, been around forever. Just one of those incredibly consistent, especially in Gens 3 through 5. He crowned that, I mean not crowned, but he confirmed that with the second place at the Permacend Invitational. Just an amazing player. And Z0m is kind of the other way around. Like he started playing current gen and then went back to the old gens. But now he's very well established as an ADV player, has a really high ceiling, sometimes a little bit disappointing, but he is just super exciting to watch. And this is a loser's bracket, so one of those players is leaving the tournament, which is quite sad, but I'm just excited to see the match. So let me just hit play, and we see a Tyranitar against Salamence. So, I mean, I've said this before, whenever we see that lead match, a very common one, I switch out either side here. Some people stay in with Tyranitar, some people stay in with Salamence. I don't like either. Sometimes, like a choice band Salamence, I'll stay in and go for like HP flying, but I'm not a fan. And we see Malekith switching out and Z0mog. I like that, finally. Okay, so Gengar and Suicune. I think it's the first time we see a double switch out in that scenario in one of my narrations. And Camerupt on the Gengar. So this is really cool. Camerupt, just by typing, walls Gengar really well, except for Hypnosis. We see an Earthquake, so Gengar gets bailed by the miss, despite the miss. Now it hits the Hypnosis. So if you're staying in to hypnotize a Camerupt, you probably don't have much for it. Like Cloyster can't switch on a fire move, it just gets destroyed. Just goes for the spikes here, and Malekith grids and stays in, but misses the Fire Blast. That would have done like 70% probably, maybe even more. We're gonna see a Surf here, I assume from the Cloyster, yeah. Suicune, so maybe Cloyster just explodes. Depends on whether Z0mog respects a ghost in the back or not. So goes for the spikes. Since the Cloyster is faster, so he can just explode next turn if he wants to, which would be now. That miss was just really huge. He explodes now, I assume Dugtrio would finishes off? No, just the Gengar. I mean, with 2 layers of spikes down, it's not worth saving the Suicune, right? And I don't think Malekith team has a spinner, but he does decide to save the Suicune. Which is fair, like Camerupt was a safe switch in there. Dodges the Hypnosis, that's the thing with Hypnosis, the move sucks, we all know it. Fire Blast finally connects, 70% to Gengar, and Gengar just explodes. Now we see how threatening that Camerupt was, because there was a Zapdos in the back. So without the Camerupt, the Zapdos is gonna be very annoying for Malekith to deal with, I have to assume. We see a Snorlax, but with spikes down, that's not that great. Switching on a Thunder Wave though, it's way better than switching on a Thunderbolt. Do we see a Focus Punch from Lex? It just explodes. So how is Malekith gonna handle the Zapdos? It's looking rough. Goes Salamence on the Metagross here. And we see a Blissey less from Z0mog. I'm assuming Malekith has like maybe a Dragon Dance Tyranitar and an Aerodactyl in the back. Or Metagross, and then less has to be Aerodactyl, right? Because how else would he be comfortable just, I don't know, letting all his Zapdos checks go? We see Meteor Mash as a counter, it's not just another Thunder Wave. So Blissey burned the Lumberry and then managed to get a pair off. And now we're just gonna spam Soft Boil. The Blissey is very expendable here, so whatever mileage Z0m like manages to get out of it, it's great. So just like paralyzing the Metagross and getting some chip on it, putting it into Zapdos range maybe. That should be what he's thinking. Gets the wish, gets healthier. And the Metagross is hitting all the Meteor Mashes through para, which is impressive. And it just explodes on the Metagross, which how did he call that? Thing is, Blissey wasn't even that much of a threat, and we do see the Aerodactyl from Malekith there. This is actually going to be a close end game. It probably come down to Aerodactyl flinches, right? Classic ADV moment there. So Suicune is dead, Tyranitar should die. The Salamence is probably mix, it show Fire Blast. Nice Aerodactyl double on the Zapdos. And both Tyranitar and Blissey get to hit kill, Zapdos dies. Yeah, it just comes down to does this flinch or not. It does flinch. Does it hit now? It does hit. The thing is, there's still the Blissey, so if Blissey breaks through the Rock Slash possible flinch, he gets the Thunder Wave off. It does. So I think Blissey is favored here, but a single crit and Malekith wins. I think you want to switch. I'm not sure. I think you want to switch Salamence and spam Brick Breaks, and then have double edge, because like hitting Rock Slide through Para sounds so scary. I guess it doesn't make that much of a difference. So yeah, there's not much to talk about here. It just comes down to, does Aerodactyl crit? Does it ever get full paralyzed? It's not getting full paralyzed like ever. How much Rock Slide PP does he have? Is he gonna run out of Rock Slide PP? I think he should switch out to Salamence, but I guess he can wait until he's out of PP. And that would like have the same outcome. Thing is, if he keeps like not getting full paralyzed, Blissey runs out of soft boiled at some point. Like Blissey won't be able to spend soft boil in front of Salamence Brick Break, and at some point Dekzeh switches out and double edges. Okay, gets the full para. So gets the wish. Does it Ice Beam on the Salamence switch there? Does not. This is... Blissey has only 4 soft boil PP, so Salamence is gonna spam Break Break. Wait, what? What was that switch? Does Salamence not have Brick Break? Shouldn't you be spamming Brick Break and going back to Aerodactyl to double edge after Blissey is out of soft boils? Because it's nearly out. I guess Malekith was trying to call out Blissey not having Ice Beam and just trying to go for the Thunder Wave on Dekzeh, so it would Thunder Wave their Aerodactyl switch in. But I think at that point you just spam Brick Break with Salamence, and once Salamence dies you go to Aerodactyl and you spam Double Edge, and Blissey is nearly out of soft boils, and you take 1 Ice Beam. Like, you didn't hear because you got crit, but normally you would take 1. And like Wish doesn't do it in that, like Wish doesn't do anything because it takes 2 turns. So, I mean, you would still need to not get full paralyzed with the Aerodactyl for a few turns while spamming Double Edge, and maybe come down to damage rolls. Because like Brick Break plus Double Edge won't necessarily kill. I don't know. I just don't agree with that Aerodactyl switch in by Malekith there, like, at all. You just spam Brick Break until Salamence is dead. Yeah. Weird end game. I was saying the Blissey was useless and the Blissey was just what won the game. But at the same time, this was only a situation because Tyranitar got flinch. So just a classic Aerodactyl moment there. Let's go to game 2 with 1-0 lead to Z0mog. So we see Zapdos on Zapdos lead. This could be whatever. We see Thunder Wave into Thunder Wave. Okay, no full paras. Z0mog's apparently faster. And Z0mog deals no damage, so I'm thinking especially defensive Zapdos from Malekith here. Maybe a Rest variation. Just makes me think it's like a more defensive team, maybe. See a Tyranitar on Thunderbolt that deals nothing. That's definitely especially defensive Zapdos from Malekith. And Focus Punch from Tyranitar on the Metagross. Okay, that's some decent damage. I think that's Choice Band against Max Defense Metagross. I could be wrong. I'm kinda rusty with this game if you guys haven't noticed. So gets an attack raise, which didn't matter because it was just the same roll. On the Zapdos kills the Zapdos, Buzzing Dug Trio range, Revenge kill there. And it's not Protect, so maybe it's just offensive, Tyranitar, not Choice Band, and just max HP Metagross, something like that. See Suicune abusing the Dug Trio. Suicune on Suicune, Toxic by Z0mog. That's interesting. And Roar by Malekith. So Suicune is so dominating in this metagame that you're now starting to see Suicune prepping for other Suicune by running Toxic, I guess. And Roar, but Roar is like already a thing. So Calm Mind on the Zapdos switch in there. Malekith trying to get in on a Toxic, I assume. And it has Ice Beam, so it's Calm Mind 2 attacks Toxic. That's an interesting set. It's like offensive, but with Toxic over Hidden Power Grass or Electric, right? But this Suicune will have Rest, so the Toxic here won't do much. You can Calm Mind, you can Rest, you can Roar. And honestly, Malekith Suicune looking like a huge threat to Z0mog's team. What would even be Z0mog's last Pokemon here? Hard to say. Yeah. Oh, it's a Brillium. Okay, that answers my questions. And yeah, full team revealed by Z0mog, only 3 by Malekith. Wow. And that Suicune just a huge threat. We see Starmie on a Focus Punch. It just dies. I guess Dugtrio follow-up? Yep, Dugtrio follow-up. So Brillium is dead. So that crit wasn't even that bad, right? I think Malekith was content to sacrifice the Starmie there. And Dugtrio into Dugtrio trapping. We see a crit by Malekith. Wow. Wow. How much does that matter on the grand scheme of things? See Chesto, Berry, Rest, Tyranitar. What the hell is going on here? Is it... Oh, his Focus Punch Rest. What is this moveset? I mean, maybe it's like to absorb a Will-O-Wisp from Gengar. I assume. Something like that. And like... switching to Zapdos more than once. So Suicune's gonna go for Toxic here. I think Malekith Suicune just wins the late game. Like Z0mog losing the Dugtrio was kinda bad. I feel like he kinda had to force it to rest and then get Dugtrio on the right turn. That was his best Suicune answer, which says a lot. And Malekith also has a Snorlax now, so this is looking very much over. See a Hydro Pump. Snorlax is at half health. Tyranitar probably 1v1s this, but there's a Dugtrio in the back, there's a Suicune in the back. And we haven't seen Jirachi's moveset here, so maybe there's something that it could do. I think Malekith is purposely not killing this Tyranitar so he can get a Calm Mind off with Suicune. Is that better than just going Dugtrio? I guess it is. Well, is it? Yeah, I'm not sure. So it gets a Surf off, it's gonna kill Tyranitar here, and then we're gonna see the Jirachi, and Jirachi still haven't revealed anything, so it could be anything. I think, is there any set that wins here? Between Suicune spamming Surf until it dies and then Dugtrio, it's kinda hard. I guess, like a Wish Calm Mind set could win, but by the Surf damage I don't think it has. Wish. And also we have seen that Malekith's Dugtrio was faster than Z0mog's Dugtrio, so I imagine it has to be faster. We see Suicune go down here and Dugtrio will come in and clutch the game for Malekith. So we will see a game 3. Wow. I wonder how huge, I think it was actually pretty fucking huge that Malekith's Dugtrio crit Z0mog's one. Because otherwise he was kind of folding to Jirachi. He would have to go to a Calm Mind War that favors the Jirachi between Suicune and it. But then again, I guess like if he didn't have the Dugtrio, he would have played the Snorlax differently. Because I think this is Curse Boom, right? Because it doesn't have Earthquake. I guess it could have Earthquake. Probably Curse Boom. So he could have used the Snorlax to answer the Jirachi somewhat. I don't know. Like very relevant hacks, but that's just Pokemon. Series is 1-all. Let's go to game 3. Once again, Z0mog in the bottom, Malekith at the top. Salamence into Salamence. We see Z0mog get Intimidate first, so it should be faster. Or it could be a speed tie. Dragon Claw into Snorlax. Z0mog stays in, believes he is faster. Doubling, wow, Roar, okay. So fast Roar Dragon Claw. Interesting. And Houndoom. Misses the Will-O-Wisp, that's huge. Houndoom plus Snorlax kinda leads me to believe it's some Snorlax based, Curse like base team with Pursuit Houndoom for support. And maybe even Pursuit Metagross. Counter Blissey on the Metagross, that's devastating. And we see a Heracross. 3 revealed for Z0mog, entire team revealed for Malekith. And Salamence switching in on Heracross. Also, Heracross also makes really good use of Houndoom Pursuit, and that's a choice ban Heracross. I take it back, it's not a choice ban Heracross, it Just a weird Salamence. It's just like timid max with roar. Like full special or something? I don't even know. I thought it was defensive with a choice band. That was like my mistake there. Double to Jirach, to Heracross on the Jirach, not what he was looking for. Toxic misses on Houndoom. Kinda makes up for the Will-O-Wisp, but not really. And we see Will-O-Wisp connect on the Protect. Of course he does now. Honestly, Malekith's team is incredibly frail. And I think Z0mog just has a huge advantage here, right? He probably has some spikes in the back and probably a fast cleaner like Arrow or Gengar or Starmie. And yeah, looking at Malekith's team, he can't switch into like anything, especially that with the Metagross dead. Soft Boil for Blissey. I think this Norx just goes for the Curse here, play around counter. You just don't want to attack. And you see Fortress, so that's the spike that I was expecting. Starmie double on that. Not ideal, but Malekith just gets a recover off, doesn't really respect HP bug. I guess Fortress haven't been running much HP bug lately. Could Curse Lex win here? I mean, there's the Explosion Fortress, and there's Tyranitar, which haven't revealed anything. Block Snorlax. Hello? Oh my god, what a... That's just funny, right? I mean, that's a gimmick sack. I guess like block, curse, rest, return, mono attacker, and with Roundon Pursuit support. But it really wouldn't work in this matchup when Z0mog has no incentive to ever stay in with something. I guess like, for example, maybe in a situation where you have spikes down and you get Snorlax in on a double to Blissey, and Blissey needs to soft bio that turn, you can use block and that's kinda cool. But in this matchup, block was never gonna do anything, unless Z0mog played badly. But like, if you don't even have to play around block, you just play as you would play normally around a regular Curse Legs. And in this situation, it just works. So Malekith's going for those desperate Ice Beams, that's in how bad of a situation he's in right now. His main win condition was Snorlax, Snorlax is dead, the Heracross is super low, Starmie deals no damage, Houndoom does nothing to Blissey, the Salamence is a Wish Toxic Protect version. Yeah, just going through the motions, I can't see Z0mog losing this. Like, maybe you could somehow get a Wish off to Heracross, but that sounds impossible. And Jirachi here. I mean, the Houndoom is toxic, so Jirachi just kinda also solos everything. And yeah, like, what can Malekith even do? I feel like getting the Snorlax exploded there just sealed the fate. And Z0mog didn't even need to go for spikes or anything. I don't know. I wonder, like, how could have been played differently, though. Like, once we reveal block, you kinda just have to go for it, because otherwise the Snorlax is never really doing anything. I guess you just kinda had to spam Curse. But then, like, even at +1 defense, after a boom, you were still, like, losing to Tyranitar, losing to Aerodactyl. Yeah, just going through the motions. I'm actually gonna speed this up, because I don't see a way out for Malekith here. Let's go hyper fast, honestly. Because I'm pretty sure this is just going through the motions, right? Like, realistically, what can Malekith even do? There's a 18% Heracross, and Z0mog is never gonna let a Wish go off to the Heracross. Wait, what? Okay, I take it back. How did that happen? What? Like, why? I mean, it still shouldn't matter, but you just attack there. Like, why would you Wish? I don't get it. Like, there's no reason. Just Fire Punch demands. I don't get it. Do we have a game? I mean, I guess we kinda do. Like, if Malekith plays super smart and gets the Heracross doubles in right, he could do something. But the thing is, everything is on a timer. Houndoom is on a timer, and that's really bad. I mean, if you're gonna go to Houndoom there, you gotta stay in on the Protect, and then double to Heracross after. Because with that, you just lost HP on Houndon, right? You would have lost more, but you have progressed the game plan by getting Heracross in. I guess you'll fish for a freeze to get Heracross in. That's the plan. I don't like it, but go ahead. See, now we gotta stay in here on the protect, right? You just have to. That's just not the play. I don't know. So we do know this Blissey doesn't have Ice Beam, so Salamence here is kinda safe. I guess you can Wish here, and then Aerodactyl gets the kill. That's great. Yeah, everything should die, right? You go Heracross, but you click Brick Break, or yeah, Brick Break gets a kill here, but so what? Focus Punch. Okay, Jirachi is dead. Jirachi is not dead. I forgot there's no choice band. My bad. Okay, Brick Break kills Jirachi. Now Aerodactyl cleans up. Yeah, I don't know, weird game. Like, I feel like Malekith brought a weird team and played even weirder. Right? I mean, you can Toxic here. I don't think you should have stayed in with Dekzeh, and I don't think you should have Wish there. Like, why are you staying with Dekzeh here? You're just asking to get Dekzeh Toxic and then maybe lose. You have a Tyranitar, just go into Tyranitar. I guess you don't lose because you still have the Salamence. But like, if Dekzeh gets Toxic and then slowly dies, you're in the kind of bad situation, right? Because Heracross is faster than both Blissey and Tyranitar and just kills with Brick Break. Salamence can switch in. And like, Dekzeh always cleans up as long as it's not toxic and it's not slowly dying. Either way, this game is over. Like I said, like, I don't know. This was a very weird game. Maybe I just misunderstood everything. But Z0mog, very dominating win, honestly. Very weird team by Malekith. I guess if you won, I would be saying very creative, amazing team. But that's like when you bring gimmicky stuff and it doesn't work, it just feels bad. And Block Snorlax, like Houndoom, it's kinda cool, kinda neat. When it works, it's great. When it doesn't work, it's kinda embarrassing. And that's what I felt this game was. Dominating by Z0mog, he advances 2-1. And like, think about it, game 2, Z0mog got the short end of the stick when it came to luck. The Dugtrio Aerial Ace crit on the Dugtrio Mirror just kinda sealed the game. So I think Z0mog is the deserving winner here, and that doesn't take anything away from Malekith. Like I said at the start, amazing player, great player, been around forever. Just, yeah. One player has to lose, that's how it goes. And Malekith says goodbye to the tourney. Z0mog continues on to the next round. And that's gonna be it for me today. Thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to follow my man CALLOUS. And that's it. Goodbye.